What's up, guys? Welcome to the new garage. So I told you guys in the last episode that I was going to be down for about a week or so because I was moving to a new spot, and we're officially here. The car's in the garage, my tools and stuff are set up, toolbox, things over here, car parts. Sorry guys, I'm spending a lot, I know, but everything's kind of basically set up, and we're going to get back to work on this thing. So the next steps are basically going to be pulling off the fenders and some other panels. We're going to continue doing some cleanup in here, grinding, getting rid of all this like old paint and all this other stuff. But the first thing that we're going to do today is we're going to go on a little trip. Let's go. In one of the very first episodes of this build, you guys saw me pull out the L28 that comes stock in the Datsun 280Z, and maybe would have been wondering what I am putting in the car. Well, today we are driving over to my engine builder, because that's where my engine has been for the last, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 months, kind of just sitting there collecting parts, getting things put together. And so yeah, we're gonna take a drive over to the engine shop and finally gonna show you guys what I'm putting in the car. I don't know if you guys remember me telling you in the last episode though, but this is what I was talking about with Washington. Perfectly gray skies makes filming super easy. All right guys, we are officially pulling up to my engine guy. Let's check it out. This is John. He owns John Specialty Services here in Tacoma, Washington, and he is a fantastic machinist and engine builder. It goes without saying his attention to detail and meticulous perfectionism goes way beyond the means. I met John a few weeks after buying my LS, and he was very eager to lend a helping hand on this project. With over 20 plus years experience building every single type of motor from a small block Chevy, big block Chevy, 2JZ, RB, LS, and more, this guy has pretty much had his hands on everything. Now, I'm fully aware that I could have just pulled any junkyard engine for this build, slapped it in, and called it a day. But I enjoy the quality build and a well thought out plan. So I bought an LS and decided to replace every single internal part within it to make it a true 0-mile perfect engine. As far as power applications go at the moment, I don't really have a set figure I'm trying to achieve, but instead just to have a reliably built motor to enjoy in my Datsun. Now, when I bought this motor, I was told that it had been honed and all kind of other things done to it, but that was far from the truth. So John started by re-honing the block after first putting it in an ultrasonic cleaner to remove all the rust and particles, not only from the outside, but the galleys and all the oil passages as well. What you are seeing right here is a torque plate adapted to the top of the motor. For those of you who don't know, this essentially acts as if the heads were attached to the motor. It's supposed to replicate the forces the cylinder heads would apply when you reassemble the motor completely. You can theoretically hone the engine without it, but metal moves under pressure. So a torque plate simulates the cylinder's bore distortion, and this essentially allows John to hone the cylinders properly. Honing with a torque plate generally yields a better ring seal, compression, and it can reduce oil consumption overall. While John was honing the engine, his wife was checking the valves I had ordered over at the other workstation. I did buy brand new intake and exhaust valves, so they should be in spec technically, but you can never know, and you can never be too careful, and it's a simple process to make sure that they are what they say they are. Making sure these are correct ensures that there's no backflow of gas transfer from a cylinder at high pressure to one with low pressure. So when I originally bought the motor, it came with these connecting rods, but didn't have any pistons, so I did get a set of those ordered. But I did want to have the connecting rods checked. Every engine, as you can see here on this piece of paper, has specifications for the bore sizing on both ends. The way this is done is by using a specialized tool that John has that checks the ovality of the connecting rods after first tightening both parts together at its rated torque spec. If the ovality is out of its specified limits, it's not supposed to be reused. Alright guys, so we're back home in the garage. Had a couple little mishaps at the machine shop. So I thought I was going to be able to take the engine home today after a couple of things, but lo and behold, we're not doing that. I still needed a camshaft bearing, so can't take the block home. Couldn't finish up some of the other stuff. Found out today that my connecting rods that I had with the motor, that I bought with the motor, were bad. So we got to get new connecting rods. And there might be an issue with my heads. So when I bought my motor, I got 862 heads that came with it. There might be an issue with them, might not. We haven't fully decided yet. So we're gonna do some more inspection on that. Might possibly be able to just run with those. Might do a performance head. Hasn't been determined yet. So as of right now, engine is still at the shop. But obviously, you guys are aware now, the Datsun is getting an LS. And I know, everybody's gonna say the same old typical thing. Oh, it's another LS build, but it's what I wanted to do. Going back and looking at it, you know, the stock motor that comes in the car, the 2.8 liter inline six, yes, I could have built that. I could have put better internals in it. I could have done all of those things, but for the amount of money that it would have taken to even get remotely close to the reliability and the power that an LS can, didn't really seem worth it. Now obviously I'm going to have to spend a little bit of extra money that I didn't think I was going to have to, but that's the way things go when you build cars. So nothing new, nothing I'm not, you know, didn't think it wasn't going to happen. It's going to happen. So we're going to get back in the shop today. We're gonna try to get these fenders off, and we're gonna get some more work done in here because the engine stuff is put on hold for a little bit. It is what it is. One other quick little thing that I wanted to point out to some of you guys that are watching here on YouTube, if you can't find me on Facebook, I have Datsun parts that I'm not going to be using. Things like bumpers and AC components and really super in good condition AC components, center consoles, I have multiple, just all kind of miscellaneous parts that are not going to be going back into this car. So if you go to my Instagram page, and I'll kind of show you right here, this is going to be a section that I'm going to have in the highlights on my Instagram page, where if you see something that you want, that's where it'll be posted for sale. If it's still in that highlighted section, it will be for sale. Once it's been sold, I will remove it. So if you see something you need, something you want to buy, go there. It's the best I can do. Figured it'd help. Yeah, so like I said, the next thing is to remove some of these panels. I want to get the fenders off, remove a couple of things, probably put this thing back up on jack stands, and we're going to get back to work on this engine bay and start stripping some of this paint. One little quick thing I forgot. I have to make a quick little run to Home Depot. I have to get some of this plastic. I think I got some right here. Yeah. Plastic drop cloths. I gotta go to Home Depot and get some more of that because I want to enclose the car basically in the garage. I am going to get back to the grinding process, so I don't want to be tossing dust basically all over the garage. So we're gonna make a quick trip to Home Depot, grab some more cloths. I have a couple of little other things that I want to get, mainly just to hang some stuff up in the garage. But yeah, we have to do that before we start grinding because we don't want to make messes. So we're gonna go on a trip, guys, again. All right, we made it to Home Depot. It's like the male version of Target. Yeah, it's always a funny thing when you're walking around in public with a camera. People look at you kind of odd, but it is what it is. Got what I need. All All right, so sorry about that, guys. Really quick. After I did that Home Depot run, I had a couple other little quick errands that I had to take care of that had nothing to do with the car. So I was tired, had to take a break. Day was kind of ended. But we're gonna get back in here today. We're gonna get back to what I said I was gonna do. We're gonna get this prepped, getting ready for more stripping. We're gonna hang out some more cloths and stuff. We got a little bit of garage cleanup to do. As you can see, we were moving a lot of things in here. This got prepped for, oh God, you can't even see it. There's a gym. There's a gym back here now. So that's the new gym. But yeah, got a little bit of garage cleanup to do. Get those cloths up, get back to work. Let's get to the time lapse. All right, so there you guys go. Not the greatest solution in the world, but hey, it works. Couple little plastic drop cloths, some blue painter's tape it to the ceiling, and now we can get back to grinding on this project. I think the last thing I'm gonna do for the night is probably just take these fenders off, and yeah, then I'm gonna be done for the night. I'm dead beat tired. I've been nonstop going for the last 2 days, so I gotta get this episode edited for you guys, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.